on custom. I should have said before we started, Christy's not going to be on the live today because I hurt her feelings, I guess, and she went over and decided to take a nap. So, uh, like I told Danny, sometimes you hurt their feelings and you try to do your best, and sometimes it's like, well, I guess I won't see you for this hour. Um, so, anyways, Christy won't be here with us today, but we're going to go live anyways, and we're going to talk about home business. And usually, I mean, Christy and I have been together for since March 7th, 1993 is the day we met. We were just talking the other day. It's been 31 years and a month and a couple of days now. And so we've been together that long. We've been married a little over, it's going to be 27 years next month. So been together a long time. Been together a long time. We've been doing business together pretty much that whole time. You know, even as young kids, I started doing this business thing really young. When I was like 6 or 7, I remember when I was 8, I got a telescope through some I put in to do this door-to-door thing in a comic book where you could sell stuff and they would give you prizes. And I got a telescope as a
I did
prize.
that.
You did that
I
too?
did that too. Yeah.
And I got a little cash for one of the times. So I've been doing this since around, like 8 years, 6 or 8 years old. I remember having a grape juice stand because I don't know, we've been in Florida my whole life, so I don't know why I did grape juice instead of orange juice or whatever, but I had a grape juice stand and sold grape juice because we had grapes in our backyard, and I squished them up and sold grape juice when I was a kid. Even. So we've been doing this a long time. We talked about my dad the other day on the call and how he had his little illegal pharmaceutical business, and he did spend a little time in jail for that. And maybe learned from it. I don't know for sure. He got a 10-pound sting problem. He got arrested for 10 pounds of pot selling when I was 15 years old. So the
He,
entrepreneurship runs in
he was
the
ahead of his
family.
time.
He was a little ahead of his time. Um,
Yeah, now
and
you could have a real business.
right. He's semi-retired now too. He does a little real estate now is about it. But so we do this. We love doing home business, and we've had some pretty decent successes. We usually say we've made somewhere around $1 million over the years. Some of those years were really good years, and some of those years were not so great. We just did our taxes, and Christie's membership and baking Facebook business did more income and um, less output than any of our other businesses. But we like affiliate marketing, and we do pretty well with affiliate marketing too. But we are going to do a little less solo ads this coming year. I think Bill asked me yesterday or the day before what page should he use for solo ads, and we are going to kind of opt out of the solo ad business this year because it's been pretty bad for us. And I think some of that is because we don't work it as hard as we need to make money at it. But I think some of it is there's a lot of bad solo ad stuff out there right now. And it's been better in the past, but I think there's a lot of people selling some janky solo ad packages out there right now. If you don't know what a solo ad is where you buy space in somebody else's email list. And a lot of them seem to be really overrun in the last 2 years or so. And what I've been getting a lot lately is people will buy and then people don't really even know what they're buying. So they're not the kind of people that I want to market to. I did see a marketer the other day that said that they prefer high ticket sales because people don't stay around very long in like membership businesses. I don't find that that's necessarily true. I think it depends on how you market to them. And that is pretty true in solo ads. But if you market through, like YouTube, TikTok, places like that, then people do tend to stick around a little longer because they're more, they know you, like you, and trust you a little more, and they want to actually do business instead of buy something to make money, which is what people that are buying solo ads right now seem to be doing. Is they are very into like lottery money type ideas. Like, let me buy this and maybe it will make me money. But things don't really work that way in business in general, right? So unless you get in there and do some work, you don't make much money. And there's a lot of things that are kind of sold like, buy it and you'll make money, right? There's a couple of programs out there right now that say if you you can make up to this amount of money by just joining, and people will build your business for you. You don't have to recruit anybody, blah blah blah. And some of those things are true, as far as not a lie, but very challenging to accomplish, right? Hey, Bill Fever, how's it going? I think this is the first time you've come on with us on our Zoom. So good to see you here today.
First time. Hi.
First,
Glad to
first
see you.
time. Bill's a good friend of
Yes.
ours. He's been around with our community for a while. Not that he's new, to our community, but new here on our call. So good to see you, Bill. The way we do this is, I do talk a lot. I don't mind talking, but I don't mind if somebody jumps out and has an idea or wants to add something or anything like that. So if you want to, we are live on this page, and let me show that, especially since you're here, because you're new and you may not quite understand what we're doing. So, and if somebody else is here, they may not quite understand what we're doing either, right? So I'll share my screen and I'll show where we are broadcasting to. We're broadcasting sort of to two places, right? We are here on YouTube, and people can ask questions on YouTube. Now, this YouTube is my YouTube, right? So I do always say, if you are on my YouTube and you weren't sent there by me, get back over here to this page, which should have come in like your email, or maybe you joined from somebody else's Facebook. Am I sharing? I'm not sharing the right screen. So let me stop my share for a second. Because I want to share a page. I have 4 monitors. So sometimes I share the wrong one. And that's why sometimes I look a little blind, because I'm all over the place and don't look at the camera a whole lot. We are live on YouTube, like I was saying. So you could leave a comment on YouTube and I can see it here. That's why I have 4 monitors, so I can see a lot that's going on. But our point here is to be on this page, to learn how our heart-centered community can better serve you while you seek prosperity online, right? This countdown is actually expired, but I leave it here because this button isn't here if you refresh the page. And this button, as I'll show you in a second, is tied to whoever sent you here, okay? And then right down below here is, of course, our little chat. So I can watch here too. If you're here, why did that go away? That's interesting. Oh, there it is. I can see if somebody leaves a chat and we can answer your questions here also. And then down below this is all, not all of our last, but like our last 7 or 8 or so replays of what we've done here. So there's a lot of information here on the past week or so, past however long 7 or 8 videos is, right? We do this daily-ish is how we do this. And usually lately it's been like Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. And we've had some breaks for stuff going on lately. So these may be a couple weeks back. And then there's some more information about the community that we're actually in. And like I said, these buttons are on a timer, so they may or may not be on your screen. You may just see the video. And then, of course, some social proof to show, you know, how people are doing in our specific business. Now, we talk about a lot of things, like I was talking about solo ads. We talked about business in general, not necessarily just our business, but our point is to try to get you into our community so we can help you directly in our community and show you how to make money with our 80% commissions, right? And the idea of that is, here's some got questions, we have answers. So there's a couple answers here. If you join our business or are in our business, then you can put your little affiliate token right here in this box. And like, so let's say that your token was Bill Fever, right? We know, of course, that that's not his token, but then you can click this red button and this page will duplicate and put in your token at the end of that URL, right? And that makes that little button be coded to you. Now, of course, like I said, this button is gone for like a minute or so until the timer counts down so that this page is nice and clean when somebody first gets here. And then it gets all that other stuff on it after they've been here a little while, right? So this is the page. And the idea here is that we, all of us, me, sometimes me alone, but usually all of us are here to help sell for you so that you don't have to do a video like this on your own when you're new, or even when you've been around for a while. You've got some help here. And that's the idea here, is that we can help you. We can talk about business. We can give you strategies. We can do training with you and for you. And we can talk about the business that we're in and make sales for you on this page. So, so that's probably about enough about that. Bill, that fills you in a little bit on what we do here specifically. And I know you've been in our group for a while, so you may have known all that already, but you've probably never actually seen it in the talk. So how's it going, Bill?
Good. The button I just have the Zoom meeting. I'm on the Zoom, so it doesn't
Okay.
show up on that. Where does it show up?
Does not show up on the Zoom. So where did
Okay.
you get the Zoom from? You got it from in the group?
I came in on Facebook.
Okay. So
I came in on Facebook.
Where you got the Zoom from, there should be another link there. And the reason I say that is I try not to give out the link because I don't want to mess up anybody else's link, right? So if I tell you where the link is, then you may go there and then you're on my page instead of on John's page, right? So I don't really want to do that. But wherever you got the link from, you should have another link there that will show you where that page is.
Jim, I think I really got it basically initially. I'm on your email list. Yours and Christy's list.
Okay.
So, yeah, I get notified all the time from that.
So if you're on my email list, you should have got a link directly to the page, not to the Zoom.
I did, but then I came downstairs and I knew you were online live, so I just hunted you up through.
Right. Okay. So go back to my email or go back to whoever's email sent you here, and that's how you can find that page, right?
Okay,
and that's
great.
how you can find that button, right? And like I said, Bill, I only say it that way so that I don't affect anybody else's chances to make sales because their button is important to them too. You know what I mean? So if I just said my link, then everybody would end up on my page, and I don't want that. So,
Well, all these guys I saw this morning.
right.
Hi,
A
Danny.
lot of a lot of these guys hang out with us in the regular community, right? Now, and that's awesome, right? Because in the regular community, the founders of the business are there and they help, and they don't let, like this morning, they helped John with his web page until we all got it working. Now it happened that I helped him get it working, but we were all trying. It just happened that I had the answer at the time.
That's what's amazing about our community is jumped in, and then you guys jumped in and were helping my problem and looking, and Mike and Paul, and it's just great. I love this place.
Right. Now, what we like about this community is it's a little dialed down, right? Some people may feel a little intimidated to ask the founder of the company, hey, can you help me with this, right? Why? I don't know for sure, but some people may be like, I don't know. I mean, they run the company. How do I ask them for help? So here, I think some people are like, well, Jim will help anybody. So let me just ask Jim and he'll help me, right? But like, I tried to help John the other day and we couldn't quite figure it out here. So I said, John, maybe ask them. And then it turns out I ended up helping him, but it was the same thing. We were just bouncing ideas off of each other until we all figured it out, So go ahead, John.
Were you, when you were talking to Bill about the going back to whoever had sent him, are you saying that now that he clicked on your link, if he was to purchase anything else, that it would go under you and not whoever sent him? Is that what you were getting at?
No, Bill, because we know one thing, he's already in HBA, right?
Yeah.
Anybody that's in HBA will be tagged back to whoever has brought them to HBA.
Okay.
The way that HBA does it is they go in every week and check and see, do you have a sponsor, to make sure that you get rebilled to whoever brought you here. The reason I was really saying it is just so that if someone's watching, that they don't just key in a website and come to me. Because if you sent somebody here that's not in HBA, I don't want them to just key in the website I say to Bill and end up on my list. You know what I mean?
I can share my screen and show the guys in the group here and whoever's watching. This is kind of what I do usually when I find out that there's a live. I do my own little post on my page, which brings it, this is clickable and it's to the link and it's to the page. And this has my token at the top. And I see you change the picture too. So it comes up with a nicer picture. And that way, if anybody signs up, I don't know where the button is though.
Right. And that's what I said. The button, when you first load it, it's going to be gone just so it's nice and clean for about a minute or so.
Okay.
And then the button will pop up after about a minute.
Okay.
And then, yeah. And that's what I was saying, just because I didn't want to give my link, just like you didn't give your link. You just kind of shared how you got there.
Yeah, it's a masked link too. So it's a redirect from my page.
So for people to get to the page, they got to go wherever they got it from. And now, if they're on my YouTube, the link is in the description. But the same thing, I don't want you to go over to my YouTube to get it unless you're on my list. Yeah. So, anyways, so today, what we're talking about is we're talking about business, right? And some of the things that I kind of want to talk about. Let's see, John sent me a message. Did that have anything to do with what we're talking about today?
Well, that was for you to give to Christy. My wife just sent it to me. It's pretty funny. It was fitting for the timing.
Right. What I wanted to kind of talk about today, I've been going through a little bit of this reasons and why and what am I doing, and that's kind of the message that I sent out today is, I don't have to do this. I make enough money from my assets, my disability, my this, my that, that I don't need to do this. My bills are all paid. My retirement pays our way. And sometimes that makes me a little bit lazy, right? And so I got to question myself sometimes. Why am I doing this? But I like to help John, right? I do have a little bit of, I get residual income from John. So I do have a little bit of connection to John. It's not like I have to support John. The company can do it, but I like John too. Me and John are good friends. So I like to help him where I can. I like Bill Fever. I don't get any money from Bill Fever, but I like to help him. My sister Stephanie just joined on. I don't really like her, but you know, maybe one day she'll join in my business. I do get a little, I think I get about a quarter from her from one of my businesses actually. A quarter a month, and I think she doesn't even use the product that she bought, from what I understand. But nonetheless, she did actually purchase something from me, which is cool. Most family members won't, right? So that's a cool thing. She does support me, even though she knows she's not my favorite. And one day maybe she'll be my favorite. Who knows, you know? But I like to help people. I like to make people know that this is a possibility, that these people here are paying and making money from other people, right? And that means that you can too. One of the big things is if someone else is doing it, you can too, right? The founders of the company have been job free, job free. They do own the company. They only started owning a company like 6 years ago. Before that, for like 14 or 15 years, they did home business. They didn't own a company. And a lot of other people in the company have been job free for years and years, with other home businesses, you know. So all of that said, there's a lot of people that believe that home business is a scam, you can't make money, that it's all stupid, whatever. But a lot of people do make money this way. And I like to try to not convince people. You can't convince people that don't believe it, right? But if you don't know, there's still a chance to let you know that it's a possibility. People that believe it's a scam, it's almost impossible to change that mentality. But people that don't know need to learn that this is a possibility, right? Like John didn't know that you could make money from work that you've done months ago, right? He's building a website for somebody right now that he's now learned that you can make money month after month, even though the job is done. Didn't know that normal people could do that without being a writer or without being a movie producer or something like that, right? Normal people can do that with our business. Is it hard? Yeah, it's hard to make a lot of money, but you can at least make some. You can make a car payment. You can make, it all depends on how much time and effort you put into it, you know. If you have a decent job, you put a lot of time and effort into it to make that higher amount of money, right? It's the same thing here. You don't become a teacher without a 4-year degree, right? So you got to put in a 4-year degree's worth of work here to make a decent amount of money, if you don't have these skills already. So that's what I like to try to get out there, teach people that, help people with those skills that are lacking them, because some of them I have, that I can teach. Some of them I continue to learn. I'm not the best marketer by any means, but I do a lot of work to get it out there. And I've done a lot of work over the years. I don't do as much as I used to, because I am a little free in some ways. So Steph hasn't said anything. She usually does, at least to bust on me back a little bit. So hopefully her crappy internet's working enough to at least be enjoying the show today. So anyways, what I wanted to do is I wanted to share a few things that I see people doing I'll say sort of wrong, and then maybe we'll see a few that people are doing sort of right, and maybe you guys can learn a little bit from that, and maybe we can get some topics going from it as well. So this is just a general affiliate marketing community group that I'm in, and this is basically what we call a spam group, right? These groups are better if you own them. If you start a group like this, you see this, there's 157,000 people in this group. And basically, these are people that are trying to get people to do something, right? Now, sometimes if you look through these groups, you got to be a little careful of porn. People like to put porn in these groups. So if you're, I haven't noticed any porn in this particular one, which is why I'm okay to share this group. I would not share a group that has porn in it on YouTube. So, or with my people that I like here, because porn's not cool to most people, to some people at least. So here's one of the ones that I think is a little bit interesting, right? Stop buying a course to sell a course. Stop spending money to learn affiliate marketing. There is a better way. Now, I don't know that there's a better way. I'm not going to ask him how. This is one that I find very strange because here's my thing. Christy sells a group, a course, right? Let's say her We Are Home Business Bakers. She sells a baking course, right? But she doesn't have an affiliate program to it. Okay. I sort of think that's a little bit of a mistake to not have an affiliate program to it because she could get more sales that way, right? So this is an affiliate. I mean, this is a baking course, and I'll log in and show you. She's got master classes here. She's got tutorials. She's got a recipe vault. She sells this. And like I said, this was one of our biggest income producers is this We Are Home Business Bakers masterclasses. And basically what it is a bunch of videos about how to bake, how to do business for bakers, decorating and design, ways to make more money, ways to do books, stuff like that. So it's basically like everything you need to know about baking for money, right? So why would you not want to sell that for money, right? If you already bought it, why would you not want to sell it for money? So it doesn't make sense to me. What he says here is stop buying a course to sell a course. I understand if you're only buying it to sell it, right? But why not sell it? If it's good value, then sell it. So to me, this is one of the things that a lot of people say causes things to be a pyramid scheme because people are selling a course that they learned how to sell a course, right? But to me, this is kind of just dumb thinking. Like, why wouldn't you sell it if it's sellable? And you wouldn't buy it just because it's sellable? I mean, if it's good stuff and it's sellable, I don't know. So this is something to me that is like silly thinking. Okay. And I shouldn't say hate. I dislike silly thinking rules in life. So this is something that I just think is like silly. And now, maybe there is a better way. I'm not interested in this particular thing to learn a better way. My point here is if you can buy a course and you can sell a course, this is like kind of what we do at HBA, right? Is we have a great course that is resellable for 80%. And I don't see anything wrong with that. Like, it's really good and it pays a commission of 80%. Now, I didn't buy it just to sell it. It's really good stuff. It's a product that I use whether or not I make money on it, right? So maybe that's what he's talking about. That you shouldn't just buy something, never log into it, and just sell it. because I think that's kind of silly. If you buy something, then you should use it, right? Whether you're going to resell it or not. And a lot of people are guilty of even with this, a lot of people are guilty of buying Christy's site, buying her classes, and never logging in, right? I don't understand that either. But that's a common thing. I mean, Anthony Robbins talks about that as like a high percentage of people never finish his courses. Like a really high percentage, like 80 or 90% of people never finish a self-help course or any courses. So the same thing here. If you buy a course or you buy a book, I'm pretty honestly, I'm pretty guilty of that, buying a book and not reading it, because I get this, maybe it's kind of the same idea. I get this idea like, if I buy this book, it'll help me, right? It's kind of like the gym too, right? I have a gym membership, so I should lose weight. I don't want to go to the gym, but I have a membership for some reason. So maybe that's another thing about what it is. Anyways, we'll move on from there. He did get a couple people that says he's interested. Now, a good way to use a group like this is to come in here and friend some of these people that are posting, or friend some of these people that are interested. And this is kind of my thing, is if you can kind of find some commonality. Like a lot of these people are from other countries, and I don't find that I usually make a connection with people from other countries very well. So you got to be a little bit careful about that. Not that other people from other countries aren't decent prospects, but I find that you need to have somewhat of a connection. Now here's a really good one. Best opportunity for affiliate marketers: make $2,000 to $3,000 without work. Okay, no, you can't make any money without working, right? At least at some point. Now this guy might make $2,000 to $3,000 now after he's worked and set things up for a while. But this is just, I don't want to say this is false advertising, but this is not realistic. We'll just put it that way. This is something that is appealing to that person that says, hey, I want to do this because I want to lose weight without actually going to the gym, right? I want to make money without doing anything. And so people will be interested, but then when it comes time to actually do it, they'll cancel as soon as they want, right? And I even made a comment here on this guy because I kind of wanted to make a connection with this guy because he looks to be American. He looks like somebody I could kind of make a connection with. So he said, how can you guarantee that I'll make 2 to 3K without work? And I love for you to show this in the comments. And I said, Kenny Clark can't. It's actually against the FTC to say that you can even make any amount of money unless it's an actual pay per hours or services rendered. In affiliate marketing, you get paid for the amount of value you put into the marketplace. It could be $0 or millions of dollars. The work is kind of a moot point as it depends on how you deliver the value. And he responded exactly. So now I could take this and just add him as a friend. Of course I can't because it looks like I don't know this person, even though we've even corresponded, right? I don't know him still. So this person probably, like I did, I went and looked at his stuff, right? I went over here, I viewed his profile, I looked at what he was doing. He probably went and looked at my stuff, looked at what I was doing. Maybe he joined my list, right? This is a good way to make connections. Just making small talk, making a little bit of a connection over here. So I didn't post anything in here. I just made a connection with a guy, and maybe he went and looked at my stuff. Maybe he sent me a friend request if he could. I don't know, So here's another one. Now, this is somebody that's trying to I don't know, capture some attention in here. This is what I said. A lot of times people will pop porn in here just thinking that people will go and watch their porn. This is the same kind of idea, is maybe they'll go watch their video that has nothing to do with anything. This one, let's see, the final Patriot check. Looks like it's, what is this? This is people that are trying to do affiliate marketing, but have no idea how to actually do affiliate marketing, right? This is only $699. What's the chances that somebody's going to go over here, click this link that's just posted on a page, has no information, and they're going to spend $699? Well, maybe because it's got Trump on it, right? I mean, a lot of people like Trump, a lot of people hate Trump. So maybe the people that like Trump are just going to drop $700 on a link because it's posted in some group. So this is kind of my point, is this person's doing this wrong. If they would post some kind of information, maybe give away a book or give away some information, maybe put a video. Let's see, is this even a video? Nope, not even a video. Maybe do one of our little videos like I did about Trump, talking about how network marketing is cool, or maybe this particular company is cool, and then lead to it, right? Maybe that would work a little bit. Collect an email. That's kind of what we teach in our business here. And that's part of, you could set up a capture page that led to this, which is what our main product is. For $25, you could have a capture page builder that could lead to this. And then maybe you could turn in some of these $699 things, but you're never, the chances of somebody clicking on this link and paying $699 is about the same as winning the lottery, is what's going on right here, right? You're posting something that just is never going to work. Then let's see, are you an affiliate marketer struggling to get sales? Just drop your WhatsApp number to get started. Some people have a WhatsApp, some people don't. This guy's just kind of trying to get a little bit of follow-up. Some people might put a post here and say, let me know some information. And here's another one that's way off target, right? They're just trying to drop a link to sell some shoes because this is an affiliate marketers community, right? This isn't a place to sell stuff. This is a place to try to find affiliate marketers. It's not a place to put your links to items to sell. So this is never a place you would want to drop a shoe to sell. You might want to go to a group that's like maybe a sporting group. I don't know where you would sell a random tennis shoe, to be honest. Even a list that you build, unless it was like an avid runners list, and this was like, or maybe a tennis building list, and this was like the hottest new tennis shoe on the market, would you be able to sell this? And it's an Amazon link. Amazon pays like 3% for this. We got an 80% commission on our product. So if you did happen to drop a link in here and you made a sale, at least you'd make an 80% sale instead of a 3% sale on a shoe in an affiliate marketing group. So this is a no. Subscription tools. Again, we've got a link to what? Don't even know really what it is. He doesn't have any kind of information. He's just hoping somebody's going to click over to his link. Now, if you were to do something like this, again, maybe you could put a little information, drop in like your links page, right? We've got our links page that looks something like this, where you've at least got some random information on here, right, that people could look at, and it would make more sense than just give me a call, continue to chat. Not sure what he's trying to do there. This is just bad idea, right? So again, if you could have a links page, you could build BizStar Builder, and there's templates in there for this. So that's something that might help that a little bit. Okay. Again, so some of the better ways to do this would be to friend this. If this person was somebody that would be, and then maybe say, hey, you know, I got some tips you could use, and maybe share some ideas with this person on how to do this a little better. Now, you don't want to say, hey, man, this idea sucks. You're never going to make money this way, right? Because that usually throws people off. They're like, I don't know what you're talking about. Why would that not be a good idea? You end up building bad rapport instead of good rapport. So if you do approach them, you want to give them advice in a very in the military we called this tactful way, right? Where you would say it in a way that you're really trying to help them. Don't put them down. Don't insult them. You want to try to help them in a way that's not insulting, that is a good way. One of the ways that I tend to help people is if you click on this person, since we know he doesn't know what he's doing very much, we can go over here and we can look at his profile. Normally, these kind of people have a pretty bad image up here, like this one. So you could maybe remake this image for him and then say, you know, here's a better image because it has a call to action on it. And did you know that you could put a little blurb up here? A lot of people don't even know that. You could put a little blurb up here in your message. So like, check this out. So if we go over here to mine and you see where mine says bonus download, that's like a call to action, right? And then so people click on that because it says bonus download. And they're like, well, how do you get the bonus download? Oh, well, let's click here. Oh, look, it's pointing right here to my little blurb that says the bonus download is over here at affiliatemarketingleaders.com, right? And then so you could offer that as guidance or help to people that don't know that, right? And that usually goes over fairly well because it's not too accusatory, it's not too sensitive. It's something that a lot of people don't know, and it's pretty useful. Bill, I saw you were unmuted there.
Yeah, I just had a question. You put that hot link in your page. How did you do that?
Okay, so if you go to your page, when you edit your cover photo, right, and you put it, the best time I'll do it is when I put in a new image and then I click on it, you'll get a little edit button right here. Okay. Then when you edit it, whatever you can put whatever you want in here. Okay. Now it doesn't make this hot link, but like I showed, it will make, you can get this to where you kind of get a call to action that's pointing to it. You could even put something on here with, I've had them before with like a little arrow that actually points to it a little better. You could say, click here or click the link in, you could even say like, click the link in the bio or click the link in the comments, something like that. And then this comment will be here, right? Now, when you edit this and when it's posted, this will actually show up in your post as, let me see if I can show that. It's down a little ways. I don't have too many things on my Facebook since it's kind of a new account. But it will show up as a post. So if you said link in the comments or something along those lines.
You can't freeze it at the top like you can on YouTube. You know, you can freeze your first comment.
You could probably pin it. Let me see once we get down to it and see about that. Okay, so here it is. Running late. No, that's my private group one, so that's a little different.
Go to the three dots on the things here.
Yeah, but this is a little different one, so I just want to see if.
Oh, okay.
I want to show you the actual one, but it looks like I've posted other ones quite a bit. So this was an updated one. This isn't the current one, but yeah, you can pin it. But like you see where it says updated as cover photo. Now, this that is in that, like you can edit this still, I think. Maybe not now that it's gone. Since it's an older one. You edit history. But when you post in that spot I just showed you, it fills in this spot in the description. So it's actually a post also with your link in here. So you could say link in the description right on here. Or see how I have freebies with the little arrow pointing there. So this was right across here in the top. So when people clicked on it, see that?
Yeah. So they clicked on the freebie sign and it opens up the thing.
And it opens up the thing.
Or when you, yeah.
So
okay.
when this was up here at the top, like this, the same thing, they would click like right here on the freebies and it would be like right there then, so they could click on it. Make sense? So that's a really cool thing
Very much
to tell.
so. Thank you, Jim. Thank you.
And that's a really cool thing to tell somebody about if they don't have it, because it's a really warm thing to start a conversation with somebody. Like, hey, I noticed your, especially if somebody has a pretty good one. Like let's go back over to, let's say, because this other guy that I was making a connection with, this Kenny Clark, I think he had a pretty decent one, right? He's got a pretty decent one here where we could say, hey, I saw your cover. I really like it. Did you know if you click your edit button right here, you could put your link right in here? And then that's a really easy way to just start a conversation with this guy, you know? And it's usually pretty receptive, unless they're really just not great people, you know? I've had a few people that are like, yeah, I know. What are you trying to tell me here? You know, something like that, like just really standoffish type people. But most people are really receptive. And then you can get into other things. Like you could say, you know, they'll be like, hey, thanks. I really appreciate that. And you could say, you know, you could also throw a link in your bio here if you wanted, you know, like, I don't know if, you know, like maybe they don't know that you can put a link right in here also. Like if you show,
you can put a lot of links in your bio.
Yeah, you could put it right here. You could put www.affiliatemarketing.com. Save it, and that will make that quick, I think. Like it did. Fresh. Yeah, that makes it clickable right there. Doesn't really make sense in there, but it doesn't really matter too much, you know. It's clickable. Now, one thing you don't really want to do is put too much stuff in here. There was a guy I was talking to that had a whole bunch of stuff in here, and I did the cool thing, and I was like, hey, you know, your bio is really kind of confusing. You have a bunch of stuff in there that doesn't pertain. And he's like, well, what's confusing? And I said, well, I mean, you got like your whole life story there, you know. By that point, I guess I kind of offended him. And so he was like, well, I was just trying to tell people what I did in life. And I was like, yeah, but you're trying to kind of write a resume as an affiliate marketer or a teacher. They don't need to know that you were a clerk at this place and a clerk at that place and this, that, and this. And I mean, he had like, there was like 13 different things up here. And then he had like 9 links down here for different things. And like 3 or 4 of his links didn't even work. And I'm like, just clean it up a little bit and it will be more effective, you know? And I even like, I sent him a screenshot and I crossed off the things that I would cross off and the ones that didn't work. And he's like, well, I'm not really doing business on that page anyways. Like, okay, moving on. You know, but some people are really receptive to those little things and it starts a really easy conversation, you know? So, now the same kind of thing, you could tell them about something like this, where you could have some pretty cool little features. Now, and I'm not trying to say that my thing is the way to go. I'm just trying to point out there's a few little things that some people aren't doing that they could, that might do better for them, right? Like I said, this one is decent. It's still not the best. It's decent. I probably wouldn't say, hey, change that. I'd probably say that's pretty good. You could throw a link in there and it would be better, you know.
Jim, is that
Now,
your main Facebook page, like friends, family, everybody, or is
yeah,
that?
yeah, this is my main page. And then where I do,
Are you
if
able to
I'm
make that public?
am I able to make what public?
Like your post that you post on your page, is it just for your
Yeah,
friends, or is that actually seen public?
yeah, everything's public.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't have anything. And that's another great tip. If you're doing business, I would not make anything that's not public. A lot of people want to like make for friends only, they want to keep things private. I would make everything public, except for the thing I don't probably have is my friends are probably private, and like how many friends I have. Maybe not on this one just because it's fairly a new account, because I had to restart this account so that I could get ads. But a lot of people don't want like anybody looking at their Facebook for some reason. It's like, well, if you're doing business, make it as public as you can, because what like uh let's look at this guy, right? We saw you can't even friend him. He's got 4 followers. You can't even friend him. So you can't even, can we even get to his profile? We can view his profile, but like he's got almost nothing here, right? Well, he's got a few things that are showing, so not too bad. But you can't even friend him. You can't follow him or anything. So he's not even really trying to do business on this account, because he'll never grow it if you can't friend him or follow him. So you can follow him here. Okay. So at least you can follow him. But you could see he's got 2 likes and 4 followers because nobody can even figure out how. You got a like button here. So that's another good point, is make sure people can get a hold of you. Make sure that there's a lot of people that I see that don't let people friend them. Make sure you're friendable. Like this one's add friend. This one is just a message. Same thing. Can't even friend her. And she's trying to show that she's probably a fake account anyway with that picture, right? So new member, view profile. You know, she's way show off and trying to a little horny. So probably a fake account. Nobody looks that good for real, right? So so then oops, there is porn there. All right, let's see. Post got declined, don't know what that was. How far are we? We're about 5 minutes from the end. There was another one I wanted to show. Maybe it was, I think it was on somebody else's profile that I liked. So here's Billy Montes. He shows a lot of stuff that he's got going on, shows that he's really doing a lot of good stuff out there, right? Does have a pretty good, he's got a long story in here. He doesn't have a link. There was something that he wrote though today, I think, that I liked. Might have been a couple of days ago. Yeah, I don't know where it was. Maybe it was on his page or something instead. Job's a good place to wait for money. Business is for those who want to get it. Nope, I don't see it now. I tried to leave a couple of things on my page to show, but of course they go away so fast that you can't even do it that way. So I should have took images of the things I wanted to show. I will say one other thing is I join a lot of people's lists so that I can get ideas from them. Change might be challenging, but it's where growth happens. And he's usually got a lot of pretty good stuff here. He's one that I look at his stuff quite a bit. You either get, this is one I wanted to see, I think. Yeah, you either get the result you wanted or the lesson you needed. And this is kind of where I got my idea for what I sent in my message today was one of the things that I really like about business online, and this is something I told maybe my daughter or my sister, is, you know, if you're starting to fall behind in technology and you're worried about like getting old because of technology is outpacing you or whatever, having a home business is a good opportunity to stay in the curve and know what's going on, because it lets you keep in the know. It makes you keep learning, especially if you have a community like our community. Now, no place of it that I've ever seen has a community like our community, but not a lot of places have a decent community even. But if you can be in a community like ours, where you have a lot of people that can grow together and stay together and help each other, it's a really good place to, even if you never make any money, right? If you can keep learning skills. And I think if you can keep learning these skills, you'll make money, even if it's not a ton of money. Like I said earlier, you know, if you can make some money, it feels good, right? If you can make a lot of money, of course, that's great. But you can learn these skills that you can't get really anywhere else. You know, I know Bill Fever knows how to do TikTok and knows how to do videos, and probably has learned a lot about how to use a phone and little things that people, I don't want to say as old as Bill, right? But not saying Bill's a youngster, right?
Hey, Jim, I
Yeah.
am old. I'm 76. I'm going to be 77 in 2 months.
Right.
I retired and I got into this just mainly to connect with people and stay active. Just what you were saying, you're preaching to me right away. It's perfect what you're saying. That's why I'm here. You know, the money is immaterial to me. I mean, I love to make a few bucks, but I love the people and I love the time together. And I am learning a lot.
And you never know. I mean, the money opportunity is available. You might learn a skill that really does make you a ton of money, right? I mean, some of the people have made a ton of money with very little more than what you're really doing, because I see you doing consistent videos and doing a pretty decent, consistent amount of work. So maybe a few little tweaks and all of a sudden you're making a ton of money, right? So you're at least getting skills that are, I mean, I don't have any idea how much money you're making. Maybe you're already making a ton of money, you know? So, but
not quite.
but the skills that you can learn just by having a business, the chance to be able to write off a few things on your taxes. There's a lot of little things that come with a home business that only come with a home business, right? The community to be here. I mean, I wrote off the vacation that we took out to Freedom Fest, because all of that I wouldn't have done without my business. So sure, it was a vacation, but it was a business vacation. So I wrote it all off as expenses that was related to our business. So it was all non-income, right? And you can't do that with any job. So that too is a great thing to do. All right, we're getting close to the 4 o'clock, to the hour part. So I just want to reiterate, we are here. We're here to help you make money. We're here to help others make money. The way that we do that is by making sales, right? And that's really, when people say you make money doing nothing, this is about as close as it can get, right? Because I can make money for you. And that's about the only way that you can make money doing nothing. So if you're on this page right here, learn how our heart-centered community can better serve you while you seek prosperity online. This is the page where you can get this button. like I said, if you just refresh this page, it's not going to come up for you right away. And it may not come up for me because I have the wrong token in there. It might give me a little error. Let's see what it does. Okay, so when you push that button, you'll come over to this page. This page is basically our best deal. This gets you in for $25, and you are able to make up to, I like to talk about the numbers here briefly. Just a sale a week, you can make up to $74,000 a year. 2 sales a week, $150,000 a year. 3 sales a week, up to $224,000 a year. Now, that's, of course, if those people come in and they all stay for 12 months, right? That's how these numbers work out. Just by taking the $25 deal, you end up getting $12,000 and $253 in bonuses. That number is down here. Where's that number at? It's right down here at the bottom. And I like to show that number right here. Total value of $12,253 with all of these bonuses. Those bonuses are super cool bonuses, by the way. And a lot of these bonuses you get to keep, whether you stay a customer or not, as far as a paid customer, right? You get the magical morning formula, the algorithms for abundance. You get the affiliate marketing domination course. This course is like 10 videos that talk all about affiliate marketing domination, which is primarily what we were just looking at. Affiliate marketing, how to sell things for other people. But you don't actually own a product. You don't actually own a business. Somebody else lets you sell their business or products, and they give you a commission. And this teaches you in a 13 module training course. Right there it is. This actually sold for $297 and is valued at $497. This sold over 2,000 times at $297. So you get this for free, and you get to keep it for just trying one time of $25. You also get ultimate copywriting and headline formula magic cheat sheet, a little black book of emails. This is 111 pre-written emails. They were purchased for $740. They literally paid $740 for them. So you're getting a real life value of $740 here. Again, just for trying out our funnel builder, which is the tool that you build out the pages with, that is $25. Hidden secret to stories that sell, $97 value. Stories, right? We talked to some stories here today. That's what sells is stories. People remember stories a whole lot better than facts. So we try not to do a whole lot of facting, right? The 3 magic emails, the best 3 emails to put in your autoresponder, your magical autoresponder machine for the best value. And again, you push this button here and you get what we call the all-in-one digital business, which includes a month of the funnel builder. Okay. And then the funnel builder bills out at $25 a month. And that's unlimited pages, unlimited domains, unlimited store products, unlimited everything for a funnel builder, a page builder. And it's the one that we use, and we would use it. I would use it regardless whether I made any money on it or not, because it's really useful, and it builds great pages. And I showed you Christy's page inside that she uses. Her baking class is built on that page. If you click this button right here, you get 14 days free of the Traffic and Conversions Academy. One video in there is how we made all of our groups. I might have showed Christy's group. I don't know if I showed the groups today. We've accumulated almost 20,000 leads with that one video. There's also a ton of other videos on like YouTube, Facebook, short form video, all kinds of different things in there on how to collect leads, how to make sales, get conversions, keep customers, grow a team. You get that for 2 weeks for free. And then it does bill out for $125 a month. All of these products pay an 80% commission So this is $150 a month total, pays out $120 a month total on every sale you make. That's how you end up with that, with those numbers at the end of a year for 1, 2, or 3 sales. All right, so that's how you get started in our community. That's how you get all of our live training. And like I said, it breaks down to, well, this one says $12,411. It's somewhere between 12,253 and 12,411. Nonetheless, look, it's probably more like this. Value is $10,000, right? 12, that so says 12,000. The value is immense, right? It's unbelievable how much value there is here. You've heard it from 4 or 5 of us. Where'd Danny go? Danny left. So click that button, get started with us. You can pop on here with us anytime you want. Let me check and see if we had any comments. Usually we have at least a comment on. Steph said hi on here. I missed it. And let's see if we had any comments on the YouTube. No comments on YouTube today. All right. Anything you guys need or want before we get going today? Janine didn't pop on today.
When
That's unusual.
One quick comment. All
Go
the
ahead.
comment you talked about all the value that's given on the products, but you didn't put in the community, which adds in an enormous amount of money to that,
Right.
because there's a lot of people that really have a lot of interesting and knowledgeable help to all of us, and that's priceless as far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely. We got 4 people that do trainings every, 1 day a week, every day, to do different topics live, not including this one that we do fairly frequently. So you learn all kinds of stuff there. And like we talked about earlier, they will stay on live until all the questions are answered. And I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a question not get answered. I really kind of thought we weren't going to get John's today, but we ended up working it out in one session. So it's pretty crazy, really.
I thought that one was going to go higher up myself, but it worked out.
So, yeah.
And I texted the lady and I said, go ahead and check it out. And she was like, heck yeah, I like it. So that was good.
Right on. So happy customer, happy money maker over there. Got her website set up to make sales.
Yeah, it was a little bit of work for me. It wasn't that hard. She did a lot of her descriptions for me, and I just copied and pasted them in, and it wasn't that bad. And it's a good way to learn the builder at first, and then I think moving up the ladder a little bit and start training other people just to know the builder, and to have a couple web pages under your belt to know what the builder can actually really do, other than just using a link page.
And it's another product. If you want to just build out pages for people, you could do that, and make a residual income on the ongoing hosting or ongoing, however you want to do it. I mean, there's so many different ways to package it up and make a business out of it all of its own. So, all right, that's what I got for today. So we will see you again tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll talk a lot about Grow Rich, Think and Grow Rich, and the community, free community that's involved there. We like to talk about that on Freedom Fridays. So join us and we'll talk about that.
All right, see you guys.
Thank you.
Good to see everybody. Thanks, Bill, for stopping by.
See you.
Good, Bill.
I'm glad I did. Good, John. Talk to you. Yeah. Double bill.
Double
Double
bill.
Bill. Have a good one, guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.